Well, this summer, a lot of children will be traveling to camps and events by charter bus. You see these buses like this almost every day on the road, but when one of them catches fire, it makes headlines. And lately, there have been more than a few incidents making news. How safe is it traveling by bus? The 2 News investigators have been looking into it and have information you need to know.
My family's been in the bus business since 1915.
Michael Kraft and his family own Kraft Tours, a charter bus company here in Tulsa. He says bus safety is his top priority.
When there's a problem with the bus, it's a big event and there are a lot of people involved, so it attracts a lot of attention. It attracts attention from the media, it attracts attention from the public, it attracts attention from the government.
I think this is going to be a FedEx truck versus a tour bus.
Recently, the charter bus industry has been getting a lot of attention. In California, 5 students and 5 adults are dead after a violent crash on a California highway. In Georgia, a charter bus carrying a group of Boy Scouts caught fire. Fortunately, no one got hurt.
Most of the kids were sleeping, so we were waking them up. Get up, the bus is on fire.
And most recently here in Tulsa, a bus carrying students from Lawton caught fire. Witnesses say that it started with a tire blowing out and sparking. Everyone got off the bus before the flames overtook the bus. Only the shell remains.
I was crying. I was like, what's happening? Our bus is on fire.
The students were headed to an archery competition in Kentucky. The fire claimed only their luggage. They may have missed the mark on going to the competition, but the good news is no one was hurt.
We lost our suitcases, our bows.
With charter buses on the road virtually every day, the 2 News investigators began checking on bus safety. We found this report from the National Transportation Safety Board from 2011 showed some alarming statistics. DOT regulations call for buses to be inspected every 2 years, but the NTSB found that only 64% were inspected at least once between 2009 and 2011. And 1,254 motor coach carriers have been involved in at least one reported accident from 2005 to 2010, and 262 people died. Michael Kraft says a lot has changed, though, in the last few years. He says about the time that DOT report came out, the government stepped up enforcement. His buses are inspected annually by OHP, every 2 years by DOT, and about every 18 months for his military agreement.
We're about 3 or 4 years into a big push by the Department of Transportation, and early on there may have been some companies who were trying to skirt the rules, but I think they've all gotten the message.
He says that makes bus fleets more safe on the road. But what are we to make of all these other incidents? Kraft says sometimes things just happen on the road. He says if you're booking a charter company, it's best to do your homework, get references. Every bus company has a DOT number that you can plug into their website and see their history, inspections, and if they're in compliance. And he says go visit the bus company and see the buses yourself. Price alone, he says, should not be your determining factor.
Like in many other things, price is not always a terrific indicator of value. And sitting on the side of the road after you've had a terrific price is not the most rewarding experience.
Now, the owners of the bus that caught fire in Tulsa originally agreed to be interviewed, but they canceled before the scheduled date, and that happened a number of times. And before we interviewed Kraft Tours for this story, we looked them up, and this Tulsa company has a satisfactory rating, 0 crashes, and not a single vehicle towed in the past 2 years.